Well, in your particular case, how many plea deals have you taken total?
Shit. Man, I've been doing this since I was like 11, Vlad.
Roughly.
Roughly, I'll say about 5 or 6, roughly.
All right, so let's say 5 plea deals to be conservative. Now, in full honesty, this is way past the statute of limitations and everything else like that. Out of those 5 that you pled guilty, because when you take a plea deal, that means I am pleading guilty. I am accepting.
Yeah, no contest. They tell you it's the same as guilty.
Same thing. No contest, plea deal. So, but you're saying in the eyes of the law, I am pleading guilty and I'm going to have a felony or a misdemeanor or whatever on my record. And I can't say later on, well, no, I didn't really do it, but whatever. On law, on papers, you have a felony or misdemeanor on your record. So out of the 5 that you pled guilty for, which of those 5 did you actually do?
I'll say 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other 2, you just did it because you didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice. Yeah. It was because, I already had the felonies and once you have a felony, when you do go to court, they make you look like a monster. They hype that felony up so high, Vlad. Like they be like, he's a menace to society and all this type of shit. They actually say these words. And then, it's just you in the courtroom. And sometimes you don't have family there. And they always look at that too. Like, okay, if his family's not here, nobody really gives a damn. So they don't have a problem with really throwing you away. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Crazy. Well, I'd interviewed Turk from the Hot Boys. Okay. And he actually had a no-knock warrant on his house as well. The police busted his house with a no-knock warrant. He ended up shooting. He thought it was a home invasion or like a robbery. Right. He ended up shooting one of the cops in self-defense, or so he thought. And, he ended up going to prison for a whole bunch of years. But he actually described the whole situation of having police bust through your door in that manner.
That's when the SWAT team kicked in the door. 2 police officers got shot. They shot literally 52 times, man, and I didn't get hit or grazed. My wife ain't get hit, man, and the police, man, I found out they were the police. I never intended to shoot no police. You feel me? I thought we was being robbed.
Have you personally ever gone through a no-knock warrant?
No, never.
Okay. Friends that have gone through it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. My whole neighborhood, like in LA, usually when a bunch of things happen and, it's a bunch of unsolved crimes, robberies, whatever, they'll do what they call a sweep. And they'll sweep the entire neighborhood, you know what I mean? So, yeah, most of my friends went through that.
I assume after the 2Pac murder, there was a sweep?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they sweep the shit out. I think the feds came that time, well, that's a different type of sweep, I think the feds and the police came at the same time when that happened, yeah.
Okay, so describe the sweep after the 2Pac murder.
They just come, usually they come like 5 or 6 years in the morning and they hit everybody's house simultaneously, all at the same time, and take y'all all down to the station and just get to drilling you, you know what I mean? Like trying to see who gonna roll over, who gonna say what, try to build their case.
Okay, and they do it simultaneously so someone can't call their friends and say, okay, I just got hit. Like,
yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Huh. Okay.
Even if you don't live there, they like wherever they have an address on you, even if it's outside of the city, they'll have the cops in that area do the same thing. But it'll all happen simultaneously, yeah.
Huh. Remember in the NWA movie, they actually showed like a tank or a
oh yeah, that was the battle ram. Yeah.
Battle ram, right. The battle ram. Was that a real thing?
That was a real thing, Vlad. They used to come, same type of deal, with that big ass tank with a metal plate on the front, right? Ram your fucking house. It'll ram inside your house and then they'll back up and pull the whole fucking front wall of your house down. Your roof might cave in, you know what I'm saying? Like, which happens a lot. And they got away with that, Vlad, too. They never had to pay those people. A lot of times they went in the wrong house and did people like that with that fucking thing. Never paid them, you know what I'm saying? Like, The people couldn't get no recourse, man, like for that shit. Like, seriously, they never paid for that. Never, ever. I don't know one case where the police had to pay people for fucking their house up like that.
I mean, at one point they stopped doing that, right? Because I don't think they have a battle ram anymore.
Yeah, after a while, it was like it was so ridiculous because they did a lot of people's houses that didn't have nothing to do with anything. They had like the wrong intel, you know what I mean? Like, because back then I think a lot of the people who was smoking crack, they was lying about a lot of shit because they might get caught with something and then they'll just make up something, you know what I mean? And so the police was going in people's house, like the wrong people's house a lot of times. And then it became such an outrage. It was like national headlines back then, and they had to get rid of it altogether, yeah.
Have you ever actually seen a battle ram?
I saw it as a kid. I never seen them running. I seen the aftermath of it because it happens early in the morning. Like, what would I be doing up that early outside? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I seen the aftermath. I've been through the neighborhood and seen people's houses hanging halfway down and shit like that.
Yeah, you just can't do that in the social media era. Like, imagine a bunch of kids with cell phones as they're destroying someone's house and the person coming out saying this is the wrong house. And then that would be international headlines.
Absolutely. I mean, it did make headlines back in the day. And I believe that's why they had to get rid of it. We had Chief Daryl Gates as like the main sheriff back then. And he was just, a lot of people deemed him racist too. And it was just a lot going on, yeah.